So women in the Iliad play the role of trophies for the men and the heroes in the story. And I feel as though they do not have a strong role unless they are gods and goddesses. Well, goddesses in the case of women, because they're the only ones who can control the story, and even then they have to go back to Zeus for permission to do so.
I don't think a utopian society is an ideal society for two reasons. First reason is, in a utopian society, everybody is equal, and in the world we live in, I don't think that can happen because the way we have jobs and everything, in a utopian society, everybody would be making the same amount of money, but they would have different jobs, and so it's not fair for a doctor to make the same amount of money as, let's say, a trash man. And so I don't think people could actually, take the idea and actually live with that because everybody wants to make money.
I don't think a utopian society is an ideal society because as much as everyone wants everything and everyone to be created equally, that's just never going to happen. And there are so many different kinds of people with different attitudes, political views, religions. There's no way everyone can be one and the same, and there's no way everything can be one and the same. So, no.
I don't think a utopian society is ideal because I think a utopian society, similarly to a communist society, really sets up everything so that the society as a whole is benefiting instead of individuals, and it lacks diversity.
I say no, a utopian society is not an ideal society because there is no such thing as perfection.
The next question I asked was based on the botany of desire. I asked, should humans attempt to control nature for something that society could benefit from? If no, would this change if it was possible to help with like a health epidemic, not knowing the risk? Or if yes, how much is too much?
I do think humans should attempt to control nature if society can benefit from it, but I say they shouldn't go as far as to the point where they start dying, or for example, plants start dying out, or they start testing on animals and then the animals are becoming extinct from the cause of it. So, I think, it's a good thing to experiment and everything, but not to the point where it's over
I think that humans should attempt to control nature for something that can help society, and they have to have it in moderation and be able to keep the natural source of it separate from the artificially controlled source. That way we can have the natural source and that produced by humans for society.
Just about every city is made to attract people and is based on like visual design, because obviously the more people attracted to a city, the more money a city will generate. And I mean, I guess you can see that all through Center City, the buildings, the different stores, food places that are a lot of them are one of a kind just for Philadelphia. So I think it's visual more so than for the well-being of the constituents of the city.
I think cities are designed for people, and one example would be the Broad Street line subway. It runs all along Broad Street, which is a centralized line, and it goes to some of the major stops in the city, and this is for the benefit of the people, not the look of the city.
The way a city is designed that way for the visual aesthetic first, then people second, just because you wouldn't put a park next to a highway because it wouldn't look right, and then it wouldn't be safe for people.
When the word comfort comes to mind, I think of like a peace of mind, a nice serene place. I do think of God, like He is my comfort.
My idea of comfort is being content in my own environment without having to deal with outside sources conflicting with my own happiness.
My definition of comfort is being able to be your complete true self. If you're comfortable around someone, you'll be able to express yourself. So I think comfort and self-expression go hand in hand.
I do think home and comfort go hand in hand, because if you're not comfortable in your own home, that's kind of a problem. No offense to anybody, but like when we're at school, a lot of times we tend to think of home or want to visit home just to have that cool, calm, and collected, comfortable place. So just take a break, relax, get our mind off of school and stress.
I believe that the words home and comfort go hand in hand because they both connect to something that is personally yours and something that you have to yourself to make yourself happy.